Hey everyone, welcome back to Sonya's Sweet and Spicy Kitchen. Have you ever wanted to make a charcuterie platter for the hungry troops for the holidays? Well, today we're going to raid my pantry. I'm going to show you how you can impress all of your crowds this holiday season with amazing flavors that you probably have already in your pantry or refrigerator. So let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sonya's Sweet and Spicy Kitchen. I am Sonya Paz, your spice master here, and I am going to show you how you can make an amazing, and I'm talking amazing, charcuterie platter for the big crowds that you're going to have this holiday season. Now, we're going to take a little tour of my very messy pantry. I thought maybe what I would do is tailor up my pantry, clean it up a little bit, but I thought no, you got to see that I try to be organized, but sometimes this is not the case. But first, before we get started, go down here and subscribe so that you can get our first announcements of when we have a new video, and click the bell so it'll ding so that you can know right when we launch a video when it's there and how you can start using amazing ingredients to impress your crowds this holiday season. Now, like I mentioned, we're going to do a charcuterie platter. Charcuterie, you're wondering, what is that? Well, basically, it's a mishmash of anything that you've got going on in your refrigerator or your pantry or whatever. Mainly, it's going to be a variety of meat. You're going to have a variety of different kinds of nuts, fruits, cheeses, and all of these flavors are going to meld into amazing awesomeness. Not to mention that it is not only appetizing, but it is visually appealing. These are beautiful. I'm going to also show you, you don't have to use this, and you can make charcuterie platters as large or as small as you want. Now, I'm going to go big today because I'm preparing for an event, but you can see that, I'm going to lift this thing up. This here is the top of a wine barrel. My dear friend Hope and Mike, they gifted this to me a couple of years ago, and I love it. It spins around, it's like a lazy Susan, and it's wood, and it's varnished, and it takes a beating, and it's really heavy, but you don't need anything this fancy. In fact, you could probably use something as a granite slate or a marble tabletop part, or you can use a piece of reclaimed wood that you varnished, something that is going to be food safe, of course, or a cutting board, or a pretty cutting board, or a beautiful platter. You don't need to get this fancy, but I'm just going to show you because I've got a lot of food, so that's also going to tailor how large your charcuterie platter should be. If you've got a big crowd coming and you want to impress, use something bigger, or make a couple. If you got a smaller group, something more intimate, 6 to 8, maybe 10 people, you don't need anything so big. You can use something a lot smaller. In fact, you could probably use something about this size. This is something that I use all the time, and it's also pretty heavy. And as you can see, I use this a lot. But this is something that is great. You can put a couple things of cheese, some nuts, some dried fruit, Sonya's Sweet and Spicy, of course. So the possibilities of how big or small you want to make this is completely doable. There is no wrong and there is no right. But what I'm going to do now is we're going to dive right into the pantry, do a little pantry raid, grab some things. In addition to what I have prepared here today, which are some fruits, we've got some cheeses, we've got our bread, but I think we're going to need some crackers, some dried fruit, and let's see what else I got going on in there. All right, so do not judge my pantry. I have not organized this. So here, we're gonna do a major pantry raid and grab some things that we can add to our charcuterie platter. Obviously, I'm not gonna add peanut butter, but I will add, here we got some low sodium Blue Diamonds, slightly salted sea. Yeah, perfect, we got that. Oh, here we've got nuts, we've got, what is this? Yeah, unsalted mixed nuts. But you know what? I already have nuts that I've already used this recipe for to make the roasted herb nuts. Oh, so we got Trader Joe's Black Mission Figs. These are amazing. We're going to add that. Oh, you know what might be interesting here? Okay, so this is like, yeah, this is a Mondo size of Milka raisins and hazelnuts. My brother and sister-in-law brought this back for me when they went on a recent trip, so I'm going to use that. Here we go. We've got our Mediterranean apricots and dried cranberries, and of course we've got to have some California raisins. And the funny thing about the almonds are that I live in almond country. So, okay, we're not going to add tuna. We're not adding peanut butter, obviously. Oh, we could use some crackers. So we do have sliced bread, but we're going to add crackers. Anything else you think we need? I know, so bad. I usually don't like people looking in my pantry, but you know what? We're rating it, so it's all good. So let's go back and put this thing together and see what we can come up with. All right, so I have my work area or my platter or my blank canvas per se, and you want to take into consideration to add some height. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort of have things higher and a little lower just based on how we are setting this up. And what I mean by that is here's a bowl of baguettes. So this is just sliced baguettes. It's, you know, nothing fancy. I just like to present something in a bowl like that, and I'm going to work my way this way. Now, since you're going to have cheeses and you're going to have other things on here, go ahead and just start adding the cheeses. So I'm going to grab some cheese here, and I am not going to put this on a separate platter. I'm going to start making this look really appealing. I've got 4 different kinds of cheeses. I got like a mushroom, and I've got jalapeno, which is going to actually add a lot of flavors to our recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and put some cheeses out just like this. I'm going to have some decorative little spreaders and things like that. Put this like that. Give it a little height just like that. We've got some goat cheese, which I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the goat cheese is I'm going to put this on the other side like this, and I've got some cured meats here. They come out of the package and they're pretty easy to arrange. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that just like this. So you've got a nice little, you've got some nice, this adds a bit of mystery to it, some depth and some beautiful dimension. And let's see, I've got my apricots here. I'm not going in any rhyme or reason. I'm gonna just start laying these out. I might actually add more cheese after, because you want to have your fruit and your nuts. So here's fruit. We've got some meat. Now, if you saw my other video, which is herb roasted nuts using Sonya Sweet and Spicy, this is that herb nut mix, and this is so awesome. So this is where I'm going to start adding some of the depth and textures. You don't want just everything flat. So here, I'll put this down here, and sometimes I may end up moving things around. So I'm just going to start doing what I do. I'll talk to you while I'm doing this. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some Sonya Sweet and Spicy here. I'm going to add some olives just right over here because I'm going to still put things around. I might put another wedge of cheese that way, kind of layer it up a little bit. You can always put little picks on what kind of fruit this is and what kind of things you have happening. I'm going to start putting these little mandarin wedges right here, right on the on our surface. I'm not going to put a bunch of bowls on there that doesn't need to have on there. So you can kind of trail these off like this, and that looks really pretty. And then of course I have gone ahead and cut apples, and I've cut up some fruit, but I did that for decoration. But I also have what is here, and you're going to go ahead, and this is where your creativity can come into play. Add some beautiful peaches in here. We've got our dried fruit there, and you know, you want people to be able to consume this. You don't want everything to be non-consumable. Everything here is edible. If somebody wants to take this and eat it, then hey, that's good. And then I've got some sliced apples, and I'm gonna just add some of these. And I try to keep the veggies and the fruits really far away from the meat if you have to, just because some people either have allergies or they're vegetarian or whatever. So this is where you can really get creative. And this is the thing that I love about doing these platters, is that they are creative and you are responsible for that, and it's all good. So if you can see all of this on here, and I have some leftover bread from before, so I'm probably going to put this close to her, put some over here, just so that people know that they can put the salami on there or your other cured meats that you have. And then we have Mission City figs. Now you can start seeing that there is a lot of depth going on. I take these, and these are awesome. I like to let them set a little bit to get a little drier. And you can start sprinkling the fruits all over. You're gonna see how this is really coming into play. Put some over here, put some over here, just like this. And these are sticky, and people will know what these are because it's all good dried fruit. I like little bits of this and little bits of that. I'm gonna grab another bowl here. I'm gonna put the dried cranberries right into the bowl, just like that. Break those up a little bit. Probably don't need all that. See, I got one here. I'm gonna put another bowl of cranberries, and you know what? Some fell, but that's okay. Because people like to have goat cheese with the cranberries on it, and it's really starting to come together. I've got some full-on size fruit I'm gonna put over here. I'm gonna put a peach over. I'm gonna move this cheese over. I'm gonna put a peach there, and I can move this way and trickle that in just like this. And it's really, really beautiful. Now, I don't want to forget that I have crackers, and you know what? If you don't have a bowl for the crackers, I'm going to show you a little trick. Put the crackers, just grab little piles like this, scoot some things over, put some crackers right here next to the cheese, let it just rest against that. It's inviting. When you have things like this, it's going to cause people to really gravitate and move toward all of the goodness of the fruit. Put that there, put this over here. I'm gonna put another big bunch of crackers this way. Put more over here. And it's really inviting. I just love this because there's always something. It's like being, it's being tantalized by all the beautiful flavors and everything. Now, am I forgetting anything? I mean, this is a pretty basic one. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. I've got my almonds here. I actually may end up sprinkling some of these just around, just like this, over here in little piles, a few over in the corner here, over here by the meats. And that way it just gives a lot more depth. And of course, I've got my other almonds, which I'm going to add. I'll probably put those in a bowl. Now, one thing is I do not want to forget my chocolates, so I'm going to put those right here. You know what? I grab this small little bowl here, throw these right in there. I don't want to use my little prep bowls, but this is amazingly beautiful. This is turning out, and if you could smell this, is so awesome. So look at this. Within just a few minutes, I've put together this entire platter, which is ready to go. I think the thing that takes the longest is probably cutting the baguettes and raiding your pantry. I went ahead and I grabbed some of this beautiful rosemary from my garden. This is awesome because you can really, you're gonna see how just a little bit of this greenery will completely transform this into an appetizing, amazing, beautiful platter of yumminess. You can just lay things on top. This, you know, rosemary is very fragrant. It's going to give your charcuterie platter some oomph. Put a little bit right here. Now, this is something, as you can see, was put together effortlessly. just putting things on here, separating certain things, grouping certain cheeses and fruits, scattering the nuts around, putting your sweet, your savory, your salty, your carbs, your crackers, and everything is, certainly it's very appealing, it's beautiful, and it's so fragrant with everything we have. I'm gonna spin this camera around so you can see exactly what we have presented here and what your guests are going to fall in love with. So there you go. What do you think? Is this beautiful? It's so beautiful that I don't even think I want anyone touching it. But this is something, everyone, this is something so easy. Raid your pantry, raid your refrigerator. A little goes a long way. As you can see, we don't have a lot of chocolate here. We don't have a lot of nuts here. We don't have a lot of cured meats. But with everything happening, there is something on this platter for everyone. Easy peasy. And of course, I cannot not mention that we have Sonya Sweet and Spicy also laid out here along with some olives. The perfect blend of sweet, savory, spicy, herby, dried fruit goodness. You cannot beat this. This is something that I love putting together because the only thing I really had to go buy for this that I usually don't already have in the refrigerator is some cured meats and the baguette, which I just went and sliced that up. But as you saw, everything else I have. My husband loves dried fruit, so we always have dried fruit on hand. If you don't buy dried fruit, make an investment in it. You can always use it on salads. It's always good in cereal or in yogurt or whatever. There's always a place for some dried fruit in your life. You can also add full-on, big pieces of fruit on here as part of your depth as far as the height that I was talking about. Make this your own. There are tons of ways that you can make this and have it be a success for you. Turn a blank platter into your canvas and create it and populate it with amazing goodness. Don't forget that we are on Facebook, facebook.com/Sonya Sweet Spicy, and of course, Instagram, instagram.com/Sonya Sweet Spicy, and also on our website at sonyasweetspicy.com/shop. You can see what we've got going on. We have a lot of new products online. We're going to have some specials also for the holidays, so be sure to check back with us. If you do not want to order online and you think you've got a retailer near you, check the website under retailers. Check out the map and see if there's someone near you that can assist you with your holiday Sonya Sweet and Spicy orders. So that is it, everyone. I've got to get going, but I wish you the best in all of your amazing entertaining endeavors for this holiday season. I want you to share this video. If you know somebody who loves to entertain, who wants to raid their pantry like I raided mine today, then by all means share this video. Comment down below. I always respond to comments. I love hearing from all of you, and thumbs up to everyone. That's it. I'm going to snag a little nut here. We're going to try this out. The flavors here are amazing. So with that said, we're out of here today. Peace out, y'all. Take care. Bye.